Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of a new series I am starting on my YouTube channel, where I just want to focus on unrated levels and giving them a little review, maybe trying to get them rated, all that, because I think there are a lot of unrated levels that I've been looking at recently, because I've been getting into the field of unrated levels, unrated demons and stuff, and it's been a lot of fun, and I think a lot of those should have been rated by now or should be rated in the future. So I just want to use my YouTube, even if it's not that big, to maybe shine light on some of those levels. And it's been a lot of fun, so why not? I hope people enjoy it. I hope people like it. If you have feedback, you can put it into the comments. It's the first time of me making something like this, so I hope it works out well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I have had a lot of fun making it, and I hope you have a lot of fun watching it. Yeah, feedback is appreciated. I hope you like it, and see you soon! What you just saw is the level we're checking out today. It's called My Next Life, and it's made by soda2D, and it's a modern and art-styled non-demon, which features high-quality designs and art, creating a great, mysterious, and interesting atmosphere throughout the level. Starting with the decoration in the first part, the quality of the level is immediately clear. Every art piece looks great and well polished, no matter if it's the actual structures or the very well crafted background designs. Everything fits really well together and creates a great first impression. Something I enjoy a lot in this part is the background work. It does feature major art pieces, which all look great and are used cleverly without actually obstructing the level. Sadly, this part does have the problem of feeling rather cluttered due to how the gameplay was made and the overall amount of assets used in the part. Tweaking that a little could make the part a lot less cluttered for sure. The transition work within the background is also something to look out for. Especially well made for me is the transition from the moon you can see between 70 and 22% into the mansion right after. The moon, which was used for the background, returns there to shine its light onto the main focus, being the mansion. Things like this are something I really like. It creates great coherence between the design elements, which I find to be super important. A bit disappointing to me there is that the transition between the first and second part of the level seems very lackluster. It's very sudden and doesn't feel entirely finished. A bit more polishing would have worked wonders here to ensure high quality throughout. The rest of the elements in the part stay the exact same quality though. The blocks are great, the effects in the backgrounds are really fitting, even though simpler than before. I also like the rain effect a lot in this part. It's something a lot of creators use, but not all of them execute correctly. But I think it looks really good in this part. The big tree that comes into the background is probably my highlight for the part. It looks really good, like all the other pieces, with great shading and overall very well chosen assets. For the last part of the level, the overall color palette gets a bit warmer compared to the other parts, with a lot of orange being present in the decoration. The transition to the part has the same problems as the one before, sadly, as it is very sudden and feels unpolished. I would have liked to see some better transitions, which would have made the level work together a lot better. But the transitions are really the only thing to criticize here. Background and structure still look great, while being more complex again this time around, with the roofs of a castle and the moonlight filling the background. The ending is in my opinion a bit dragged out, as it just stops the player at the end and slowly fades to black, and I think a bit more gameplay would have worked better here than the actual way the level ends. Overall though, I think soda2D did a great job when creating. The designs are very well made and fitting throughout, and the effects used were simple but effective, and created a really mysterious atmosphere, which was fun to explore. Even though some of the transitions could have been improved a lot, I think it doesn't drag down the overall quality by much. Now onto the gameplay, and there honestly isn't that much to say. The level is supposed to be 7-star difficulty, which I would agree on, even though it might take a practice run or two to get used to the first part. It features fast-paced gameplay with a decent amount of game mode changes and orbs, which are sometimes obstructed by the effects or the foreground. The base gameplay though is not that difficult, but it could feel that way due to the given factors. The second part though is way slower and definitely the easiest part of the level. Every jump is clearly marked and without any timings, fitting very well to this calmer part of the level. There are some auto parts which could come as a surprise, but if you take care about the indicators, they should not be a problem at all. Like the second part, the third part stays slow until the end. The clicks here are also well marked and easy to do, even though I had a main problem when playing this part. Even though as all clicks have an indicator, some are obstructed by the foreground, which makes them basically blind if you try to sight read them. Fixing this issue is very important, as blind clicks tend to be annoying to a large amount of the player base. Other than that, the part doesn't pose that much of a threat, then plays really well with all the other clicks being very simple. Overall, I can say that My Next Life by soda2D is a very well-made level with high-quality designs and fun gameplay, which does fall into the more learny type of gameplay category, so be aware of that. I think it is for sure worth checking out, and the creator is someone to look out for in the future. Personally, I think this deserves a feature rating, even with some of the transitions being lackluster, the level being dragged out a bit, and some of the gameplay being hard to read for its suggested difficulty.